Hole number 5 is a par 5. This one is really, really difficult. We're going to have to play on this narrow fairway on the right, and you've got to hit the fairway if you want a chance to get up there for an albatross. It's not really even an albatross hole, but if you don't find the fairway, you're going to have to lay up and then try and make a short iron even for eagle. But so when we're playing here over on the right side, no elevation adjustment for your drive, and you're going to want to use some left spin to keep it away from the right rough. On my initial drive here, I hit it great right and end up in the rough. So in order to try and kind of great proof it, where if we hit great right or great left, it'll still end up in the fairway, what I do with my second shot is just use some baby curl to the left to counteract that. It works out well. I hit it perfect, so it shouldn't have drifted off into the right anyway. But that baby curl to the left should counteract some of that roll off. The fairway is pretty forgiving on the left. If you stay on that side, it's probably going to stay in the fairway and not roll off. But if you do get too far to the right, then it will roll off into the rough like that. So that's why I think we're going to have this little baby curl to the left. And that'll set us up for one of our longer woods to get up towards the green on our second shot. With this strong a tailwind, it does kind of also invite the possibility of trying to do a power slice and power it over to that second fairway. But we're just trying to get a handle on things for this qualifying round, and we might end up trying that a little bit later. I'm not going to show you my second shot with that first drive that ended up in the rough, because it's pretty straightforward. You just have to lay up, and you basically end up right where my target is here for my second shot with the wood. You're going to use whichever longer wood you have, either Big Dog or Cataclysm, that has more topspin. So my Cataclysm 5 here has decent amount of topspin, a little bit better accuracy than the Big Dog 8 that I have on this account. On my other account, I did have the Big Dog 7 in my bag. Didn't get to use it because I ended up in the rough, obviously. So whichever one you have that has better topspin, you're going to use full topspin and full spin to the left. I think we might also add in, kind of like we did on the drive, a little bit baby curl to the left. If you go too far to the left, it'll roll off into the rough. But if you if you go too far to the right, then you end up in the trap. So it's really tough to squeeze it in there and get it up there to even try and have an albatross. Like I said, it's probably going to be just an eagle hole. And if you do end up here with the wedge, they did do us the favor of at least having just straight tailwind from this shot, so that makes the wedge pretty easy for an eagle. I did also include my third shot after I laid up with my short iron. It's a little bit too deep to try a full backspin thorn, so if you do end up having to lay up, or if you go into the rough with your drive, then I think we might have put the Hornet in our bag for this shot. It's got a little bit better accuracy. If your thorn is upgraded higher than your Hornet, then it might have a little bit better ball guide, so you might stick with that as well. But you're not going to be able to do the normal thorn full backspin shot. So whichever short iron you have that has the better ball guide, I would recommend going with that one. It is a little bit uphill, so take a little bit off of your adjustment. I think I took a little bit too much off, and it ended up just a little bit to the left there. So yeah, that's what we got for this one. It's really tough, so just kind of, you got to hope for at least an eagle here. But if you don't find one, then there'll be plenty of birdies on this hole as well.